What's up? Angron's Kama-san here, and we're gonna get a little personal today, right? We're gonna talk. We're gonna have a discussion. Not in like the way where it's like me and your mother have something to tell you, but it's like let's just call it a bro talk. You know, shout out Bald Man for that. He's had some bro talks. He's a fitness YouTuber. If you're not familiar with that, if you're into fitness and all that junk, I'd recommend you go check his channel out. But bro talk. I have a problem with making Warhammer content. Not like a major problem where it's like, I'm going to shut the channel down, I can't do this. It's more like, it's something that's been bothering me. So I made a video a while ago that is Warhammer content on YouTube, like oversaturated. And, I think, obviously, if you're to ask me, I think everything on YouTube is oversaturated. I think every niche you can think of is pretty much cornered and dominated. And the same types of videos get pumped out. We have all the fitness stuff, yeah. Cooking, yeah. Travel, yes. Entertainment, everything in a way is oversaturated, right? And that kind of applies to Warhammer content, but not in the way that not in a malicious way. It's more like this, right? So I'm gonna rattle off some people who I enjoy watching and who I think are like they make, to me, and I think unequivocally it would be true, they make pretty appealing and fun content, like Mr. Bones, Pancreas No Work. I've watched some of Wes Hammer stuff. Like they're just the three examples, and there's others. Like I saw two dudes talking about like Tau suits. Like their video keeps getting recommended to me, but I've been on like a Diablo lore sponge right now, so I haven't clicked on their video yet. But they're pretty popular too. I don't know the dudes' names, but shout out them because they're doing some cool stuff. But there are a lot of creative major kill. Like there's a lot of people who are popular and make the videos and are looting. Like you see, I can keep going. Like there's popular people on here and they make good videos, and I'd like to think I make pretty decent videos as well. And the part of this on YouTube is I'm happy we could all share what we enjoy about it. Like for me, I like to ramble. I don't go into long research stuff. I don't produce hour-long videos that are really intricate and detailed, or like to put you to sleep, like Ashen Hollow does the lore to sleep to, which I appreciate because I do consume that type of content and I do fall asleep. I enjoy it. But what I'm trying to say is, while it's all enjoyable, there's a part of me that gets really frustrated, and it's not the creative process, because I'm not a creative person, at least instinctually. It's a learned thing. I had to learn how to be creative. But for the setting being as so vast as it is, I feel like it's hard, or at least for me, to think about new stuff to talk about, right? And it's also kind of hard to feel like some of your ideas are original, and like it's hard. What I'm just saying is you're kind of confined, or at least I feel confined. I don't know if any of the other creators feel that way. I doubt they'll even see the video, but it's not really for them. This is more of a video for me to just kind of get it out there because it's been on my mind. And, I think I need to get this out of the way in order to get back to some stuff I really want to make. So, you get what hopefully you get what I'm saying. But I'll give you an example. So when I was kind of struggling for ideas, I thought, obviously I'm a world eater. I like corn. Let's talk about corn, but, take a different approach, and how corn is actually quite a nasty, no good chaos god, and how serving him wouldn't be the easiest choice, and it wouldn't be the best choice. So I put that in the title. Corn is not the best chaos god to serve. Here's why. And it did 2,000 views. It did really good. I was quite happy. I got a lot of subscribers, and people were like, yo, dude, you're so right. And then there were people who were like, dude, you're so wrong. Either way, that was engagement. People got talking in the comments. I got to learn some stuff. I got to see people's opinions. And that's like my favorite part of YouTube, is that I can share the hobby with people I otherwise probably wouldn't meet or see, because, while I'm in school, I have other stuff going on. I have work. I have, all my friends know I'm a nerd, but we don't necessarily share the same nerdy stuff. And like Warhammer is, if I bring it up, people are like, what is that? And I'm like, fair enough. Like I'm not gonna shit on anybody for not knowing about it. It's just sometimes it gets hard, and it's kind of just, it sucks a little bit, because I like talking about the stuff I enjoy, and so does everybody, but you can't really do it here. So this is a creative outlet for me, and it's enjoyable. But I'm sorry, to get back to what I was talking about, the corn video, and then that happened. I was really happy about that. And then a couple days later, or either I think it was the same day or a day before, whatever. It doesn't really, the timeline isn't necessarily important. It's just the fact that it happened where, Mr. Bones posted the same sort of video. I'm not, and by the way, I'm not accusing him of like obviously copying me, because he probably has never seen his channel. I'm just saying, like, this kind of goes back to being limited, right? Like, Korn is not the best god, and his video did really good as well. I commented, I was like, this would really piss off World Eater fans if they could read. No one liked. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. I thought that would get some yucks and chucks, but it didn't. I mean, it did for me. I think I'm funny, but no, it's just it's just funny because he's got a shitload more subscribers, views, and everything, which is not something I'm particularly concerned about, because this is a hobby for me, and I just like talking about the stuff I enjoy. But it was more in the sense that what I thought was a creative like idea, which is still creative, is just isn't as creative as you think it'd be, because it's sort of locked. And what I mean by that is, like, it's just we're all kind of confined to this setting that we enjoy, and we're limited in what we could say, if that makes sense. Like, in the sense that it's hard to talk about a bunch of stuff because we're just kind of figuring out how to talk about the same thing in different ways, if that is making sense to you. Like, for example, again, something that I saw, and I don't know if this is still happening. If it didn't happen, who knows? It's not a big deal, but it did happen. At least I remember it happening that way. Was, Wes Hammer had how this faction, how the orcs feel about every faction, and Major Kill does those videos too. Like, if you get what I'm saying, I'm not trying to shit on anybody and say, oh, we're all copying each other, because we're obviously not. Everyone's got their own ideas and, like, valuable conversations to be had. Like, I love listening to people rant about shit they enjoy, because you can see the passion, and that they're obviously well informed about what they like, right? So that's just another example of how we're all kind of locked in trying to creatively bring our stuff that we enjoy to you guys, the viewer, and just kind of gets locked away somewhere else, and we're just like, holy shit, how do I talk about the Eldar in 20 different ways, about how they're cool, how they're not cool, how they did this really cool thing in lore, or a craft world isn't actually a world, it's a ginormous planet-sized ship. Like, you get what I'm saying? It gets, oftentimes either repetitive, or it's just hard to think of new stuff, that happens whenever you're trying to be creative at some point. But another thing that's just been on my mind, and quite frankly, it does irritate me a little bit, is like Warhammer shorts, but not necessarily, like, again, when creators, and I'm bringing up Mr. Bones a lot because he just shows up on my feed a lot more than everybody else, like the 30 days, 30 Space Marine chapters, and then 30 days, 30 warband stuff. That's creative. It may not be something I'm be honest, I don't really watch it, but I do appreciate it because it's new, it's interesting, and otherwise introduces you to stuff that you're not familiar with, unless you read what do they call it, the codex, or the whatever the stuff that they release, like the core books, the rule books or something for your faction when they get released. I'm not big on models, but I know there's a bunch of lore in them, right? And like stuff like that I appreciate. I think, oh, it's cool. I'm not big into shorts content. I did it for a little bit. They're still on my channel if you want to watch them. They're just like, oh, did you know this faction? Like, I'm not proud of it, but they're there. They're there as a reminder that I can definitely do better. But then there's the stuff I see on TikTok and all this, and like on YouTube to a degree, where it's people either just kind of typing in shit to an AI and then making it talk about like famous excerpts, or just really generalized stuff about each faction that's just wildly incorrect. Like, oh, orcs can take this brush, and since the orcish field of imagination works this way, it's now a las gun. It's not how that works. At best, it's like the collective WOG energy field may let them do like, oh, this gun's broken, but if I don't notice it, I can maybe get a shot or two off, and boom, that helps them out. But it's not like an end all be all type of thing. Like the purple, you haven't seen a purple orc, so it's stealthy. Red is like, white means death, or you get what I'm saying? Like, they'll point out a generalization and then they'll just plug it into an AI, and it's just slop, and I don't like it. It just pisses me off. It irritates me, because I know I could do that. I know I can go in, and if I wanted those subscribers and short-term stuff, I could definitely go in and just do, hey, did you know it works for like Giga Chats, dude? And here's why. And I can just do 50 slideshow edits, and I know it could get me some views. Like, don't get me wrong, it absolutely can. And I know it's weird to say if you're not like, if you're just watching this, like, yeah, bro, can it? I'm like, shorts content is fed into like a different thing than I guess the videos or whatever. Like people are always going to see your shorts. It's just like, it's not like YouTube where I have videos that have been like one viewer and that viewer is myself. It is a little different, but like the shorts piss me off when they're lazy, when they're unimaginative, and when they're just kind of like, I don't have a nice way to say it. They're dog shit. That's AI schlop, and it's the laziest thing you can do to get views. If you're just doing it to get views, I would recommend maybe picking something else, because people in hobbies like this are very particular about this sort of stuff, and they'll be like, yo, it'll, it's just, this is what I'm just saying, like this, whatever you're interested in, whatever hobby this may be, maybe it wouldn't be something like this, like Warhammer. Maybe it would be, well, let's do something else that's like super niche, like Trench Crusade, or Battle Tech, or I think it's called, like stuff like that. And if you did shorts on that, and you obviously were just kind of throwing out generalizations, people will just be like, dude, this is dog shit. And I think it is. I think you can, if you want to make money that way, who am I to say no? But I don't enjoy it. It just makes me angry, and the longest way, I'm sorry, I'm just stretching it out and just saying it makes me angry. It makes me angry, and I'm just not the biggest fan of that. It sucks, because I feel like, again, with being contained, there's like two things here. I'm contained in what I can say, but listen, I'm limited by my own creativity, as is any creator. If people will always kind of haphazardly stumble across the same conclusions of thinking, and it's fine. Like a lot of YouTubers, and it's not just confined to Warhammer. There's plenty of examples where $1 experience plus $1,000 experience. There's like 50,000 videos like that produced every other day at every other hour. My beef is just, it's hard, man. It's just weird, because I'm trying to think of like, I can do like a 5-hour, deep dive into the Horus Heresy of all the books I've read so far, up to Mechanicum. And I am going to do that after this video. But I'm just kind of using this video to just throw up everything that's been kind of bothering me, because I feel like I've been in a rut about this stuff, and I'm just going to use whatever time I need to use to talk about it. But I guess also, do fair is fair here. I'm going to also give people their flowers, like all the people I mentioned, and I'll Luton, Mr. Bones, Pancreas No Work, Major Kill. Even if I don't watch their videos as much as I used to anyway, shout out to them, because I think everybody should also make a channel. Regardless of who you are or what you're into, I think making a channel, especially about Warhammer, is great, because there are so many people on here who know so much stuff, who've probably been in the hobby since it either started or recently. They've jumped in at any sort of era, and they just won't make videos for whatever, which is fine. But I'm just saying they should, I think most people should make content that way. It's artistic, and you get a creative outlet for whatever the hell you want to talk about. And these dudes, obviously I don't know them, but like I know their videos, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool, and it gives me the avenue. So even if our videos are kind of not cross contaminated, I guess, but like, they happen to be similar, I guess, like with the corn example, they're still different videos and they're still great. It's just, I personally feel like I'm stuck, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. I don't ever want to maliciously shit on someone I don't know, and I don't ever want it to be taken that way. Like, everybody's cool. Personally, obviously, I don't know them. I don't know the type of people they are, but I'm saying from the personality that's been portrayed on the internet, all cool dudes who seem really knowledgeable. Everybody I've mentioned, even other Warhammer channels who I have yet to see, or people who are like my size or even smaller or bigger. It's a cool thing to put yourself on the internet and just kind of talk about the shit that makes you, go, whoa, this is cool. Like, that's a brave thing. It's not, all right. It's a brave thing to do, because I get anxiety and get all that shit, but it's just cool, to share this stuff. And I don't know, I guess moral of the story is it's rough. It's a little rough to just feel like you can do all this stuff and you have all these ideas, but then it's like, so does everyone else, and you kind of have to spin your own little perspective of how to talk about it. It gets not annoying. It's just, I don't know, dudes. It gets a little weird. It gets a little funky up in here, in the brain with the nails biting and all that stuff. So, you know, that's it. You know, I could probably ramble on for more, but I just want to get a little bro talk out here, kind of emotionally throw up the creative little not problems. I don't even know what I'd say. I guess just thoughts that have been kind of nagging at me, as this is like a refresher so I can get to the videos again that I really do enjoy. Because, you know, it's easy to think, like, to put it into perspective, there are channels who have millions of subs and then 50 subs who make what they enjoy and don't feel beholden to like an algorithm. And it's really easy to you know, fall into like you need to make videos because you like the numbers going up on your YouTube studio thing. So I guess that's also been a thing that's been getting me. I feel like there have been moments where I've definitely made some videos for the algorithm and not because I enjoy them. And I'm trying to branch away from that as well. So I'm just trying to keep the balance of making stuff I enjoy as well as stuff that I will enjoy and that people will also enjoy. So it's a balance, you know, and it's a hard balance to have. So, you know, long story short, World Eaters are cool, Angron's cool, and Warhammer's cool. And if you make Warhammer videos, you're cool. And if you watch Warhammer videos, you're cool. And if you don't watch Warhammer videos, maybe you should start, nerd. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, thanks for listening to this little bro talk here. Appreciate it. I know this isn't like a typical video that I make, but, you know, got me thinking. The brains are flowing. I'm moving. I'm thinking. And I feel like I just needed to make this video because, you know, it's a good reminder to myself and everybody that, you know, when this stays here forever, I can look back on it and be like, dude, you're totally right. You know. There's a reason you're a World Eater. Yeah, well, all right. Sorry, video is over. Thank you guys for watching, and expect to go back to the regularly scheduled rambling nonsense, and hopefully I will start maybe during Thanksgiving break my the big video, the Horus Heresy look back, if you will. But other than that, thank you for watching. I know this was really, you know, not how I usually make the videos, but always appreciate it. Thank you, and I will see you next time.